I suppose I should say welcome to Ancestries. This is the second season that I'll be running in this world. It's a world I created, but it is a standalone campaign starting fresh at level 1. And the campaign tagline, as you know, is a dark animalfolk hexcrawl in a quasi-Bronze Age setting with confronting themes. And I expect it to run for maybe 3 to 4 months, but it could end up going for longer. It could end up going for much longer because I can't even estimate the length of a session, yet alone a campaign. I don't think I've ever estimated even a session correctly, so we'll just see. But basically it's a hexcrawl, but with a big focus on roleplay, even in combat, and really everything else. I dig it all. And yeah, but just to get some basics out of the way, I will be streaming the sessions and uploading them, but they will essentially be unrestricted or uninhibited. As you know, I like to go pretty dark on occasion, not all the time, but basically I treat this as, I guess, almost more of a collaborative art form than a hobby. It sounds a little bit wanky, maybe. But that's why I want to make sure that everyone's on the same page so we don't have to hold back and we can just sort of let the art flow. So there really aren't any themes that are like explicitly off limits. But mainly where we'd want to avoid going is just like wherever it becomes personal between players, any kind of dogma or bullying or bigotry, etc. The controversial themes in the game will include many exciting themes such as violence and gore and horror, prejudice, what else? Colonialism, moral relativism,
slavery.
Slavery, yeah, plenty of slavery.
Probably
and often,
torture from us.
Torture, yeah, you guys will be doing the torture.
From the players, yeah.
And I also say foreign accents, just because, it's worth saying. Personally, I think that we're sort of all in this weird and wonderful life together, and we all have funny customs and silly accents, so my preference is to just have a laugh about it all. And stereotypes are kind of the same to me. I think they can be fun to play with, but it should be clear up front that that's definitely all it is. I hope none of these things are taken to actually represent real people out there in the real world. And my table probably isn't really a good fit for anyone who's liable to take it that way. Similarly, the species in my game are biologically distinct from one another, but they do not correspond to real human races. But having said that, they definitely are influenced by real human cultures, because I don't think human cultural diversity is rooted in biology. Personally. But either way, you're free to roleplay your character however you would like. You can sort of lean into their heritable traits and limitations and things, or you can present them as exceptional. And beyond that, I've also never prepared any like overtly sexual material. So if you are hoping for some of that, you probably won't get it. Just because, I don't know, it doesn't really interest me. But if you do encounter a situation while we're playing that makes you feel uncomfortable, please feel free to contact me and let me know. I'm not the sort of person to be dismissive. I'm pretty emotionally concerned, and I'm keen to try to work anything out that might be bothering you. And also please feel free to contact me if you have any ideas for collaborating. I think about like role-playing games pretty much 24/7, so I'm always down to collaborate. Upcoming sessions are listed in the schedule on Discord. As before, there's no need to RSVP anymore. If I don't hear from you, I'll just sort of assume that you're going to attend. But if you can't make a session, please let me know at least a week in advance so I can make adjustments or try to reschedule or anything. We will be leveling by experience points, so if you miss a session, you'll miss out on experience points. So you'll level, you'll kind of get out of sync from everyone else, which is bound to happen a little bit anyway, especially if someone dies. But yeah, if you can, just in general, if you can try to be reasonably contactable that just really helps with scheduling issues, because they do always inevitably come up at some point. And lastly, please read through the Etiquette channel when you get the chance, if you haven't already. Even if we've been playing together for a while, I update it from time to time, and it's just an effort to sort of keep us all on the same page. Every table differs, obviously, but it'll just give you a sense of like where I'm coming from in terms of interpersonal culture. Any questions so far?
All good.
All right, so maybe just a couple of things with Foundry. I'm not playing any music at the moment, but if you want to modify the volume on the right-hand side, if you just click the banded crotchet note icon, that will open up the volume controls, and you can adjust the music in there if there was music playing. To do user configuration, in the bottom left-hand corner is the user list. If you right-click on your name and select user configuration, it'll give you a dialogue. You can change your color, your pronouns, and that's about it, really, I think. Oh, hold on, there's a Pathfinder one here. Show effects panel. What the hell? Can you guys see this one? I don't know what this one does. I don't know. Change the settings, see what happens.
Ooh.
And then dice so nice, because I started a fresh campaign, so everyone's dice has reset. I apologize. It is actually more than easy to export them and import them, but I haven't bothered to do that. I'm sorry. I can do that for you if you really had like the perfect dice that you felt would just really kind of said everything you needed to say. But otherwise, if you go into the game settings cog button on the right, and then that'll open up the game settings, and then if you click on the top one that says configure settings, it'll open up the game settings dialog, and then in there on the left, if you just look for Dice So Nice and open up the Dice So Nice page, and then the top of there is 3D dice settings, and you can click that button, 3D dice settings, and it will open up your palette, your canvas. What else? Everyone knows how to move around the map, I'm sure. The only thing is just to say that I generally keep Foundry pretty simple. A lot of people that run games on Foundry will install like all kinds of effects and modules and automations and things, which I think are cool, but I just find that they just always break and slow the game down, and also like, I don't know, I spend a lot of time doing prep already, so I like to try to keep it simple. So generally speaking, I kind of like minimize the automation and that sort of thing. You don't need to target anyone when we're attacking, unless Foundry forces you to do that in the Pathfinder system. I don't know, I haven't even tested that yet. But yeah, just kind of keep it simple. And then the only other thing is, generally speaking, if you can avoid disconnecting from Zoom during the session, it makes it easier, because whenever you disconnect, it like rearranges everyone's feeds, and then I have to kind of fit them all back into the overlay, and it's just a pain. Obviously, if you drop, you can't do anything about it, but if you sort of, like in the middle 5-minute break or whatever, if you can like leave your phone or your computer on or whatever it is, that will be helpful. All right, style-wise, as I mentioned, it's going to be Hexcrawl based. So exploration and player agency are a big thing. I hope they will be a big thing. We'll see if it player agency might kind of like test my skill. We'll see how well I do at it. But I would like to make it as kind of sandboxy as possible. And one of the main things that I'm driving at is to sort of focus on simulation over mechanics. So to me, that means that it's more important that we try to stay true to our characters and the, the world and the story, than it is for us to win or beat the game. I'm a great lover of janky characters, suboptimal characters. So do your worst. Not to say it's a bad thing if you enjoy a bit of optimization, and there's always going to be like a bit of balance. You can go too far with sort of playing a fool or putting everyone in the party at risk. And I definitely suggest creating a character that's motivated to, go and help, or at least selfishly motivated to go and find treasure. If you're going to roleplay an arsehole, make sure you know how to do it so you don't end up just being an actual arsehole. But I will regularly ask you how the choices you make fit in with who your character is. So keep that in mind when you're leveling up, etc. It's just something that I am trying to sort of bring into the game increasingly, is just to bring the sort of the role play to the forefront as much as possible. The other big thing to talk about here is that the combats will be unbalanced. So this is something that I've wanted to do for quite a while, and basically it will mean that when you encounter some creatures that you might have to fight in the wild, you're not going to know if you can I won't even know if you can defeat them. I'm going to try to sort of sort of put combats together based on what seems sort of realistic or what has verisimilitude. I'll try not to create like combats that are just going to like one-shot kill you. I apologize in advance for the TPK. But it may very well be the case that sometimes you will encounter something in the wild that will be extremely dangerous. So fleeing will be a bigger part of this game than it has been in my previous game. So just always keep in mind that you can run away. I have a little bit of a mini game prepared for fleeing, although I'm a little bit concerned that we might end up doing it so much that it'll become a bit tedious, so maybe we'll have to see how that goes. But
I was going to say, in saying that as well, should we have a backup character in mind?
If you want to make a backup character, that might help. If you if you find yourself in a situation where you need one. I can't think of what kind of situation that would be, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to try to kill you, but yeah, it will definitely be like a little bit more lethal and risky than your average game, I think.
So try not to get too emotionally attached to your character.
Yeah. or do, but enjoy dying.
And then have a week to recover, a week of mourning.
But yeah, I mean, in combat's also like, I don't know, often if you can, like, the good thing about running something that is not pre-written is that it allows me to be like much more open to all sorts of ridiculous and awesome and highly intelligent strategies that you might throw at me. Because when you're running like a pre-written, you've always got this thing in mind where you're like, well, fuck, if this happens, how do I make the ending work? So yeah, always keep in mind that if you find yourselves in at the edge of an encounter, that you might be able to find your way out of it in some sort of weird way, or maybe you can just diplomacy your way out of it, or.
I like how you call it highly intelligent, as if you were not just going to pull some bullshit strategy that's just how it works or somehow it doesn't work.
You mean like kamikaze crickets holding...
Dude, I always remember that.
Yeah,
that was so good. I kind of want to like explain what that was to everyone. It was like they lured these like insectoid people out of their anthill, and they came riding on these like giant crickets, and then they killed a few of them, and then they captured some of the crickets and some of these ant folk, and like tied them to the crickets and gave them like, what did you give them, like bombs?
That was bombs, yeah. There were zombies, the zombie crickets.
That's right.
The zombie amp folk.
That's right, because Twig, Anna's character was a necromancer.
Yeah.
Yes.
and then we commanded them like to go back to into their hole and just like drop these.
Yeah, so they ran back to their own people and then like threw these bombs at them. It was fucking awesome. I always remember that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I love about having like a lot of like randomness and stuff. Is it's just like, I don't know, you never know what's going to happen.
That was good.
The other thing will be magic items. This is kind of also an area where it's a bit of a theme over mechanics type of thing. What I will do is I'll send you like a list, maybe a couple of lists of magic items in the next couple of weeks. And they won't all be from Pathfinder. They'll just be like, I don't know, I'll probably just grab a Pathfinder one and a D&D one and a whatever one. And I'll probably get everyone to choose something like 3 magic items from these lists. But rather than picking them by like, you know, by mechanics, just pick them based on like, if that you feel that it will suit your character, you know, like if you feel like, I feel like my character would be awesome with a flaming sword, just go for that. And then I will modify them so you won't know how good they're going to be. I'll nerf them all. And essentially what I'm going to do is like build like a random table, and I will put your magic items in the random table, and then I will also add like a bunch of other completely random magic items. And so whenever we, you know, find ourselves looting whatever monster you happen to kill, it, you know, maybe your magic item will show up, or maybe some other random thing will show up, and we'll, I don't know, see how that works.
Cool. That's a cool idea.
Are you also planning on running your version of death saves as well?
No, because well, I do have a bit of an adjusted Pathfinder approach, but otherwise, because Pathfinder sort of does it differently, and Pathfinder seems to be a little bit more lethal already, and so, and also because I don't know what I'm doing, I kind of don't want to tinker with it too much. But I have. Anyway. But I'll tell you about that when we get there. But yeah, not quite as unforgiving as the death saves that we did before.
Okay.
The death saves that we did before was like, if you fail a death save, then you immediately have to roll another one. So there was something like it was pretty low. It's like I worked it out. It was like a 12. Well, I didn't work it out. I don't know what I did. Asked AI, and it gave me an incorrect answer of something like 12.5% chance that you'll die like when you go down. So it was kind of fun. Like whenever somebody would go down, it would be like, fuck, like shit, like, oh, okay, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, look, and I recall one of mine was down to the last roll. I went to 2 under 10.
Yes, I remember that as well.
That was pretty,
Yeah, I mean,
so in terms of like the Pathfinder mechanics, like the death mechanics, do you need us to? Are we going to go over stuff like that, or do you need us to just do our own research?
Oh no, I'll go over that stuff, and but I mean, essentially, well, so. I've played like maybe 5 sessions of Pathfinder, and I've used it a little bit in my solo game. But yeah, like, I mean, as I mentioned on Discord, like I just kind of thought it would be an interesting thing to do to try to sort of learn by like jumping into the deep end.
Okay.
So the way I will approach it is I will start with a couple of basics, and then we will play with a sort of a monstrous mix of like Pathfinder and D&D and other random rules I've picked up and other nonsense, and just sort of fudge our way through. And then, you know, if we encounter something that we don't know, we can you know, sort of stop and have a quick look and see if we can work it out. And then if we can't find out what the hell to do reasonably quickly, then I'll just make some bullshit up in the interim. And then sort of have a look into it before the next session, and then I'll do, you know, a little dungeon keeping I'm gonna have to call it something path sweeping. We'll do a path sweeping, and gradually refine things until we're actually mostly playing Pathfinder 2e. Although I expect I'll also generate like a bunch of house rules and other rubbish along the way, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, I mean, let's have a look at these. Speaking of starting off with a couple of basics, if you go to, actually, hold on, I'll just show them to you. Where am I? Learning path. Okay, so in the journal tab on the right, it's the like open book icon. There is a Learning Pathfinder 2e folder, and in there's actions and hero points. So this is actions. And so, as you probably heard, Pathfinder doesn't have, or 2e anyway, doesn't have like action, bonus action. Instead, you just have 3 actions and a reaction. And so then, and even moving is what takes 1 action. And so each turn you can just basically use these actions however you please, but then like various things will take, like sometimes if you cast like a big spell, it'll take 3 actions. And then there are a bunch of things that will take 2 actions and a bunch of things that take 1 actions.
I think the other big thing is as well, if you're wielding a shield, that takes an action to raise it as well, if you're deciding to wield, So keep that in mind.
Yeah, does it have some effect even if you don't raise it, or does it have no effect?
No, your AC drops. Like you get the minus, like with your shield up, it's like a +2
or something.
+2, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I wasn't sure if... Yeah, anyway. There's also like a bunch of features and things. Like it's kind of like more feature heavy in that it allows for like a lot more customization in terms of selecting features that'll give you like a variety of different options and things. In that same handout under the actions on the left, you can see also on your turn and conditions. Those give you these like little cheat sheets. And so I figure we can sort of just work from there. Because there are certain things as well, like even just the way of asking for checks is like a little bit different. Or at least it's kind of felt a little bit different when I've played a couple of times. So some of that sort of stuff, like I will just basically be doing it like D&D. And then at some point somebody will go like, that's not how you actually do it. And I'll go like, I don't care, I'm going to do it that way anyway. No, I probably will do that. But yeah. Yeah, so it's like an action to stand, an action to step. So you don't disengage, instead you step, so you move 5 feet without triggering reactions. But actually, another interesting thing is that in Pathfinder, a lot of the monsters don't have like an opportunity attack. Only some of them do. It's actually like a feature that you've got to have. So you can sort of like take your chances. Like, do you think this creature is? Does it have 4 arms?
Because you think if you're gonna step, I would have thought there would have been a bit more of a some more movement. Like it's only 5 feet. I thought maybe it might be double movement if you're stepping away.
Yeah, no, apparently like.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you can just step away, then walk your other 25 or 20.
Oh yeah, you can, but then it takes like 2 actions to do that.
Oh yeah, true. I guess so. I guess it's the step in technically is your disengaging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true.
Although I don't know if, because once you move that 5 feet, it's not like disengage in the sense, I guess, that like you will continue to have disengaged for the rest of your turn. So it's like you could move 5 feet into
another.
Yeah, like into the melee range of some other creature, and then I think,
we should call it tiptoeing. You tiptoe out.
I can see the interact action. It says grab an object, open a door, draw an item, or do a similar action. But then I saw just above it is a free action. So I'm just wondering, like, what would have? Because I would have thought that would be a free action. Would be to, like, you know, grab an object or open a door, maybe.
Yeah. So actually,
D&D world.
Yeah. So actually, it will take you an action to even to draw a weapon or to do kind of anything. And so free actions, there's no examples of them here.
It does say speaking or dropping something doesn't take an action, so maybe that's...
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe that's a free action.
Yeah. Speaking
actually,
or dropping something.
With speaking as well, unlike D&D, well, I don't even know if this is how it is in 2024 D&D, but I continued to deploy it, I don't know, which is that you can only speak on your turn. In Pathfinder, the impression I get is that you can speak at any time during the round, but you're just kind of limited to like speaking like a fairly short sentence, which probably better really, because otherwise you have all sorts of like situations where it's like, I think we had one even like a couple of weeks ago where it was sort of like, if I had been able to say something, then you would have been able to like, you know.
Yeah.
And then the other handout that I have in the Learning Pathfinder 2E thing is the hero points. And this is something that I have homebrewed a little bit more. But basically these are like your inspiration. And usually they would reset at the start of the session. I'm not going to do that. But I've kind of changed in here. I've noted where I've said that it's my rule. It'll take you a minimum of 2 hero points to avoid death. So if you're kind of like, if you make like a death save, I don't even know if it's called a death save, but yeah, and you're about to die, then you can like spend 2 hero points to just put yourself at 0. But you also yep.
It says spend all your hero points. So if I had like 5 hero points, would I have to spend them all, or do I?
So you have a maximum of 3, and you spend all your hero points, but you have to spend a minimum of 2 to stay alive. So what that means is like, if you get to 3 hero points, you know, then you can kind of feel safe to like spend that 3rd hero point to like do like a reroll.
Okay.
But you kind of, it's going to sort of make you want to always keep like 2 hero points there.
And can you like apply that before or after you know the outcome of a roll?
Yeah, because it just says you must use the second result and you can't use more than 1 hero point on the same check. I think you can know the outcome.
Okay, so if you know you're going to die without this save, you can then use it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, cool.
But this would be an example of like, I think it's like with a check as well. Like I think I would actually say, okay, you failed the check, and then I don't think we would just have to say like, okay, you've seen the number, but you don't know yet if it's. Sure. But this is the kind of thing where it's like, if we're in session and a question like this comes up, like I'll just say like, okay, we're doing it this way, and then we'll find out that we did it the wrong way, and we'll apologize to you because you're dead. Then you'll have to make a new character. But we'll be fine.
And they're received the same way you would receive inspiration?
No, so inspiration, I'm going to do a little bit differently. Let me see. As you know, I found it like difficult to award inspiration. As you put it, Nick, I found it hard to like standardize it basically. But I was watching something on YouTube, and they were talking about games that what defines like a role-playing game, and how there's sort of some games that like operationalize, is that the right word? Like add the role-playing more to the actual mechanics of the game. So I had the idea that if you go into the actors tab, you can open up your characters, which are just named for yourselves. And in there, if you go to see like those icons along the top, like just underneath your name, if you look for the one that kind of looks like a medal that is feats, and click on that and go down to bonus feats. Then there's one here that says roleplay for a hero point. And yeah, this was just my idea to kind of standardize the way that I do the hero points. So basically, this is what you would do. You would just kind of say like, okay, I'm going to use this feature, and you can use it once per session, and then you sort of just do this like particular type of roleplay where you just go into your bio and say like, you know, my character has a flaming sword. That doesn't really work. Forget the flaming sword. My character is very jealous. Well, there's an example here. My bio says my character tends to have a big ego, so I think they would take that insult to heart. So they're like, excuse me, the fuck do you think you're talking to? And then it's just, you can have a hero point. Unless it absolutely sucks.
Or what about sometimes you don't want to break up the rhythm of, you might be drawn into a scenario and you don't sort of want to break stride saying, oh, actually, can I use my hero point and then go into your dialogue? Can we say, once we follow the dialogue and that sort of scenario, can we apply that feat
retroactively?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you can then like point to your character sheet and say, like, this is the thing in my character sheet that meant that, like, that's why I roleplayed that way. Then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to do it in like specifically that way, but the idea is to just be explicit about like, yeah, what aspect of your character is actually leading you to roleplay in that way.
Cool. Because it might be something to do with the backstory of
exactly
some item.
Yeah.
Something.
So other things are other house rules is firstly the metric system. We're doing away with the metric system, sadly, because there's no support for it in. There is some metric system support in Pathfinder, but it's there's a couple of things about it that are a bit unflexible. Like I can't, for example, change. Where was it? I can't like change your speed. Like your speed is like a slider. So it goes like in 5s. So I can't set it to like 1 meter or like, you know what I mean? So there's like there was just no way for, I don't know if that really makes sense what I'm saying, but
yeah,
there was no way for me to kind of like easily implement it. And I also just thought like, I don't know, fuck, we're learning enough already. Like it'll be, you know, like a fair bit of extra work anyway to have to sort of go through everything and metricize it. So yeah, back to feet. Back on our feet. Other homebrew. Oh, I don't like the term homebrew. But another thing that I'm going to use is that there's no dark vision in Ancestries. So wherever you see the word dark vision, it doesn't mean dark vision, it means low light vision. Unless you have like a spell or something that is, you know, that we think should be giving you like actual dark vision, but maybe we can sort of have a discussion about that when it comes up.
And we're talking across the board with other character like NPCs throughout the world.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, actually no. I mean, you know, like if it's like some sort of magical being or some kind of, I don't know,
yeah. I mean, like more of the animal folk species or something.
Yeah, all the animal folk, even something that could usually see in the dark, unless we sort of look into this creature and it actually has like very unusual eyes and it can legitimately like see in the dark. Most creatures are just going to have like sort of low light vision. The other thing is bronze weapons, because we're in the Bronze Age. all the weapons will be like bronze or just made out of like bone or wood and that sort of thing. And so they can get damaged when you roll like nat ones. And then you'll need to like fix them up, like hammer them up, cold hammer them in like a short rest. And so it might be something to consider that somebody have a like proficiency with like smith's tools or something, because I didn't say this before the first campaign, and nobody had any smith's tools, which was interesting. Yeah, I thought I'll take pity on you and mention it this time. Another thing is magic, which is kind of dangerous to use in this world. It can sort of blow up in your face, and there might be some, like wild magic effects and things like that. There's also no riding. Well, there is riding, but there's, kind of not heaps of riding. Cuneiform, I guess. And so but there's not like a lot of like paper and that sort of thing. So if you're a wizard, you're not going to be really having a spell book. And so instead I have this whole like set of rules that involve like runes, and involve, when you're casting a spell, you roll a nat 20 to see if it will blow up in your face and that sort of thing. But we'll tackle that when it comes up, if anyone chooses a caster. The Hexcrawl system, the exploration system, is my own system, which I'm sort of always in the process of refining. So in some cases, if we find that the Pathfinder 2e rules clash with it, we'll need to think about some way of sort of working around that. I'm not too worried about that. From what I've seen, it should be fine. And experience points, also I'm going to use my own approach, although actually the Pathfinder experience point system is pretty awesome compared to the D&D system. It's just like every level I think is just 1,000, and then it resets to 0 every time, so it's like much more kind of linear. But I'm still going to do it a different way. So in the feats tab of your character sheet, there is also an experience points feature, which is just empty. And basically at the end of the session, I'll get you to just like I'll just tell you like, oh, you got 100 experience points, and you can just like write it in there, and we'll just sort of do it manually like that. What else? Resting. So in 5e, I used 3 different types of rests: short rests, long rests, and then full rests. In order to like restore your hit points, you had to do like a full rest, which was like you had to do it in a sort of GM approved safe area, like a town or something like that. In Pathfinder, I'm still not exactly sure like how the resting works. It's like a little bit different. I'm still, kind of getting my head around it. I think there's downtime, which is a short rest, I think. And then there's like a standard 8-hour rest. So I don't know. I haven't quite worked this out, but I'm definitely going to add a full rest. And you probably need to do a full rest as well to level up. Because I've just, it's always like bothered me, this idea of like, and you're just like walking along and like all of a sudden you have like new skills and like spells and shit. So I guess it's just a bit of a realism thing. Any questions? Any more questions?
No.
Good. All right. So we'll do a bit of character building in a second. I got you there. But before we do that, I'm just gonna maybe give you a bit of an idea about the setting and the situation that your characters are gonna sort of find themselves in when we start. Just so you can like, kind of have an idea of how to sort of fit your character into it. So season 1 began with a series of raids on Stone Age villages in the jungles and savannas of a continent that I'm now saying is known as Nayika or Uzara to the jungle folk, and it is known as Ka-Umsa in the savannah, among other names. And these Stone Age villages were inhabited by language-speaking, clothing-wearing, tool-wielding bipeds with animal features, most of whom sort of observed the animals around them and identified themselves as their descendants. And basically, lizard people and rhinoceros people came into their homes and attacked them, and many who resisted were killed. The very young and old were abandoned, and a great many prisoners were captured and sort of ferried to the coast and caged by some hyena people. And then they were loaded onto ships and taken south across the ocean. Also the ships appeared to be captained by, at least one ship appeared to be captained by an animated human skeleton with a purplish glow in its eyes. Which, it was only seen once, and it was never seen again, and not much was discovered about it. Although there are sometimes skeletal simians, like chimps and things that are just sort of like roaming around in the jungle, whatever that means. Still a mystery. And so after what seemed like weeks on the open seas, there was a big storm, and the ships kind of crashed into these rocks, and there was a shipwreck, and a small group of heroes helped everyone escape and got everyone to shore. And for some time they took shelter in the ruins of this like giant castle. This castle must have been inhabited by beings that were about 4 meters tall. And we subsequently learned that at one time or another, this land was inhabited by these giants. But they don't seem to be around anymore. But they evidently built this castle. And so the refugees stayed in this castle for a while, and they encountered some echidna people there that were fighting some insectoids, some beetle insectoids, with bronze weapons. And then the echidna people sort of brought these pig people to the ruins, to the giant ruins, and basically told the refugees. So there's about like 200 of these animal folk from these like slave ships, if that is indeed what they were. They told these people that basically they were on the lands of King Smorgon the Ravenous, and that they would have to swear fealty to him in order to continue living there. These King Smorgon the Ravenous and the empire of pig people are at war with the heron, or the rabbit folk, that live in the surrounding forest, which is known as the Ghost Vale. You're sort of the refugees, and you were among these refugees, of course, but we didn't know you at the time. But we will get to know you. You were sort of caught in the middle of this war between the pig folk and the rabbit folk in this forest. And the pig folk, or the Suskin as they're known, they refer to this land as Acentus. And it's in a sort of a quasi Bronze Age. Except there's a few things. Well, the reason it's quasi is because they've inherited some technologies or invented some technologies, such as money, for example. They've introduced the Suskin gold, and they're trying to sort of spread it throughout the land and basically force everyone to use their currency and to speak their language. And they're also at war with the Ulva, who are like wolf people, and the Mustians, who are like badger people, and also with some tree spawn, who are like tree people. Anyway, they're at war with a lot of people. But so they allowed the refugees to stay in King Smorgon's land, but they forbade the carrying of bronze weapons and the casting of dangerous magic above level 3, among other things.
You needed a license.
Yeah. They ultimately gave the 4 heroes a license to bear bronze arms, a temporary license, so that they could do some tasks on their behalf. But eventually they told everyone that they had to move out of these ruins because they wanted to use it as a base for military operations. And so the refugees were sort of forced to push deeper into the Ghost Vale forest, and along the way, they encountered a tribe of mouse people who had attempted to settle on a hill at a river delta, but they were chased away by these ant insectoids, and they described it as a wonderful paradise. And so the heroes and the refugees went with them and defeated the ant insectoids and took back the hill and established a new community there with the mouse folk. And they have since named this community Ashara. So the situation that you're in is you live in this secluded hill fort by this wide river in the forest. And the Suskin have installed a prefect, as well as like a teacher, sort of a missionary, and a propagandist, basically, as well as like a healer and a couple of warriors and things. And the mouse people are teaching you all various Bronze Age technologies. And there's not much magic. Some like tribal shamans would know like ritual magic that sort of is difficult to cast and requires lots of dancing around fires and use of smudging and incense and blood and all this kind of thing. The Suskin know like a little bit of magic, but they kind of keep its secrets guarded, probably so they can more easily control the various peoples in their kingdom. And yeah, people are very suspicious and afraid of any activity that they might perceive as magical. And yeah, basically a local war chief and a priestess of the Suskin, who is known as Demetria of Krona, has given you a few months leeway to live tax-free. At the beginning of the first session, you have something like 3 months to live tax-free. And the heroes from season 1 had sort of collected a hoard of treasure, as you do when you're an adventuring hero, and they donated it to Ashara to sort of pay this first lot of taxes. And then they left to go on another quest of their own. They went into Ulven territory, wolf folk territory. And so you are basically just villagers. You have pretty much like a shared background. You've been on these slave ships, you've traveled through this forest, and you've been refugees, and now you're sort of setting up in this nascent village. And you have like no particular history of adventure or heroism, just potential. And that brings us to character building. So, if you open your character sheet, you'll see that I have basically added your ancestry and your heritage, which I hope you like, because it took me a fucking long time. But I think I learned a fair bit while I was doing it. But if you don't like it, let me know, because we can modify it. It's not like set in stone or anything. But in order to, I think, well, if you want to see what your ancestry is all about, then you just click that like 3 dots. What is it called? Like a burger? What do you call it? Yeah. A hamburger?
Dot menu? A burger menu?
It's not really a burger, it's just 3 dots, I guess.
The hamburger is a 3-line menu, yeah.
Oh, it's a slider. Slider menu.
Slider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the slider.
So if you click that slider next to your ancestry and just go edit item, it'll open up your sort of like basic stuff, which just tells you the animal that you're related to, your size range, which is just feel free to pick a size within that range, and your lifespan. So there's like short, average, and long lifespans, and it'll just say which one you are, and it's just like approximately that. And then the rest of it, I think, the rest of the stuff that I've made for you should be mostly apparent in the Actions tab, which is the second one along, and also the Feats tab at the top, and there might be one down the bottom as well.
Wait, what's the difference between attacks and actions?
I guess actions are just not
Like
attacks.
non-attacks. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
It'd probably be more like maybe spells or features, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to looking at the attacks, because when you have the multiple attacks, you have that penalty added. That's what they are, those blue tabs. That's your first one. Then the second one is your second attack with the -5 penalty.
Oh.
Yeah.
MAP is multiple attack penalty.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because whenever you attack, if you attack for a second time on the same turn, then your attack will, it'll be like reduced. And then the third time reduced again. So it kind of gets like increasingly harder to attack during your turn. But if you attack for the first time using your last action, then there is no penalty. If that makes sense.
Okay. Understood.
So I guess you would kind of come in and you would, like I'm looking at Angelo's sheet, I guess you would like strike with the claw the first time. And then
Ooh.
And then I guess the second time you just hit that the second one along. And it'll just automatically apply that like -3 to it.
Ah, yeah. And it's yeah.
Or minus
Oh, -4.
Yeah, -4. Yeah.
Oh, it was -3 because it was +1 for strength. Was the strength modifier in there? Like
I
my
still don't
normal
get it.
strength. No, because if you expand it,
Yeah.
it actually has 1d20 -3, not -4 points.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the
Oh,
plus,
it has
the one
added.
difference is the strength modifier,
Yeah, I getcha.
which is that's fine. Like that's like if I had a
I still don't
+3
get it.
strength modifier, if I had a +3 strength modifier, or maybe if you're huge and you got +4, that won't be a penalty.
Oh, I see.
it'll
I get
just be
it. So the
zero,
thing, the 4 on the right is what it actually is, but the result is the thing on the left. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, so like where it says MAP minus whatever in brackets, that's the actual modifier, and then on the left, outside the brackets, is the result, the final result.
Yeah, like the MAP is that multiple attack penalty.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Angelo's panther. So you got claw and fangs. And if you go into your feats, you've also got feathered agility.
Oh,
So you get an auto train in stealth
nice.
and a +2 bonus when making checks and saves to avoid falling prone, because I feel like cats.
Yeah, that's makes sense.
Cool.
And you've also got climbing down in the bonus feats section.
Nice.
Just gives you a climb speed.
Oh, yeah. Cool. I like it.
And so, yeah, the next step is to pick a class. With the main considerations being if we can sort of avoid anachronisms and maybe for this one avoid like joke characters. Like a bit of humor is, I think I wrote this in the Discord, like a bit of humor is cool, of course, but just maybe something that's like not just like based on a gimmick or a pun or something like that. It's low magic, so the idea is that we only have a maximum of one sort of major spellcaster and one minor spellcaster in the party. So like a wizard would be a major one, and I guess like a support caster, like a cleric or something, or a bard would be a minor one. I don't know if a bard is really a minor caster, but anyway.
Fireball.
There was so many classes in Pathfinder. There was like, I think 27 classes.
Yeah,
Like,
might as well.
I'm going to stick with the
Classic.
begin with. To begin with, yeah. A classic
learn
that I
it,
haven't played before.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I haven't even I just know there's a ranger because I was talking to you, Adrian, but I don't know any of the classes yet. I didn't look into it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. We just kind of go over and have a talk about it. Maybe we can do like a round and see what everyone is thinking. The only other thing is also that you're already all friends. You attend the Suskin propaganda lessons together, like twice a
At
week.
their morning schools.
Yeah. So it's not like you're not like children, but you have to go there and like learn their language and sort of learn their customs and things.
So
It's like a
what
missionary.
So
a mission.
the first season, we had that language barrier.
Yeah.
Did that play much of an effect on this season?
It'll
Or is it
be
because
less. So you all now know both jungle. So there's basically you either knew jungle common or savannah common. But then you came to this because I had this kind of issue of like, well, we're going to this like new land that's like many like weeks away supposedly in another place. They're going to speak a different language there, but I also wanted it to be low magic, so I was like, all right, I guess we're just doing this with some realism, so then the characters could not really speak to anyone, and even in some cases to each other. So it was interesting. In the end, I had to relent a little bit and introduce like a magic item that let them communicate to some extent. It was kind of like a talking stick, so you had to be holding it. It was like a necklace. But no, so in this one, you know each other's language, and you also will know Boorish, which is like the common tongue of the land. But not everyone will know Boorish. So you might encounter like a small tribe or something like hiding out somewhere that hasn't yet been taken over by the pigfolk, the Suskin Empire, and you might not be able to talk to them. But yes, much less of language barrier issues.
What are the common languages? So there's Boorish.
Yeah, so I'm trying to
Jungle
think,
and-
does it show, where would it show in your thing? Maybe in your biography? No. I think it shows, maybe in your heritage, no.
Oh, in the first tab, character, I've got Boorish, Jungle Common,
yeah.
and Savannah Common.
Yeah, right in the middle, where it says languages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Boorish is like that's the language that the Suskin or the pigfolk are trying to indoctrinate everyone with, or force everyone to speak. So basically, you kind of speak like you've been learning it for a few months, so you speak like not very well, but well enough to like communicate with most of the people that you'll encounter in the land. So yeah, should we do a round or something and work out what everyone is thinking about playing? Maybe I'll
Yeah, it sounds good.
hold on, I'll put us on
Slowly
there.
walk through.
I'll go in initiative to save
So-
people that have like a name starting with A and always have to go first. What were you gonna say, Angelo?
No, I was going to say, were you going to the builds? Were we going along the lines of the Pathfinder, as in it's your background, it's your ancestry, it's your feat selection that create your modifiers and like the typical Pathfinder character build?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
good.
So like I've done the ancestry and the heritage, and that will give you. So on your on the sort of like main tab of your character sheet, down the bottom where it says attribute modifiers, if you click edit to the right of that, it'll open up your attribute boosts.
Yep.
In there, it'll show that for your ancestry, you already have like a couple of boosts and a floor. And then you'll also
that's cool.
have probably one free boost that you can put anywhere depending on what you want to do with your character. But when you add your background and your class and everything, you'll get some more of these boosts and things.
Yeah, nice.
Free, is that I can assign it?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can
You just
assign that
click
to
on it, right?
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I already assigned mine. or no?
Yeah, look.
It'll let you click on it if you can.
Oh,
Where it says boost, you click the little rectangle.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Anna, yours under intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, you can click one of those. You can also boost your flaw as well to sort of negate the flaw.
Oh,
And you can give yourself a voluntary flaw. Feel free to do that. All right, maybe if everyone wants to roll for... Oh, so this is a thing as well. Oh, you rolled for initiative. Oh, because
Yeah.
you did it in the...
Combat tracker.
Combat
Yeah.
tracker, yeah.
Yeah, so like one
Yes.
thing about Pathfinder is that you roll for initiative typically actually with perception, not dexterity. Although it can actually be anything. Like depending on the situation, I might ask you to use something else, or you might even say like, "Can I roll with something else because I'm doing this?" And then I will say no.
Yeah, so it's funny because one of the examples I saw about that was they had, someone skeleton up ahead, and they said, "Oh, look, I'm, stealthily looking out for, signs of, I don't know, intruders off the road." So when initiative happens, it's like, okay, you're actively stealthing. So do you roll stealth and not, perception? It's
Yeah.
interesting. I like it. It's different.
Yeah, and I guess it would be up to the GM at that point whether you can do that. And like, I mean, I guess in that situation, I probably would say, like, because the stealth would kind of give you an edge in combat. So maybe that makes sense.
It's funny how it just gives you every option. It's like, I'm going to use my crafting modifier for my initiative here.
Well, you might be doing like like everyone has to make a tool, like a crafting race.
Yeah,
The last
that might be
one to make the hammer dies by the hammer.
a quick raft to escape.
Oh yeah, true. All right, so Chabbs, what are you thinking for a character?
I am making a stork person. Specifically, I had in mind a shoebill stork, if you wanted to chuck that into Google. It looks so cute. But yeah, shoebill stork who is going to use like more ranged weapons, I guess.
Whoa.
Ranger class is the one I guess Adrian sort of suggested. But yeah, that looks good. So yeah, a ranger stork.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't even know. Like, there might be other archery-based classes. Maybe there's like some kind of fighter. I have no idea. Your guess is as good as
Yeah,
mine. So
and there
like,
probably is. But yeah, I've been sort of coming up with ideas for like ranger sort of background, like info stuff. So yeah,
I
let's go
personally
with that.
love your idea of like making your own arrows with your own feathers. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll put I did a quick chat GPT earlier. I'll put it into the Discord chat. Hold on. Where is he? There you go.
What the? Anna, you posted a picture of a bird, a stork? Is that a
That's the
stork?
shoebill stork.
Eating a monkey.
It seems like it.
Or it's just giving the monkey a hug with its beak.
So affectionate.
Don't look too closely at the details here, but yeah, that's roughly.
Where is it?
It's loading. I've got bad internet. There we go.
Ah, whoa.
Nice.
Cool. Ah, that's a cool illustration style.
Yeah, so that is
It's just
also
AI. Yeah.
Yeah, that is also another thing. If you can maybe throughout the week find like an image, but if you can try to find one that is copyright free, that would be better. So yeah, like use AI or draw or paint one or commission one, steal one, whatever you have to do. But yeah, send it through to me. Like by. I think I'm gonna run the session in 2 weeks from now. I think I'm sort of preparing all of the stuff in the Hexcrawl and going as fast as I can. But yes, I think tentatively 2 weeks from now. So yeah, send me an image, and I might even try to incorporate the images into the overlay. Like it'd be cool if there was like above like each of us, it sort of shows a little image of our character. It'd be sweet. I don't know. I have to see if I can do it. All right. So, Anna, what were you going to do?
Oh, me. Yes. I am coati, which is like a relative of the raccoon, but it's found in, like, I guess South America. It's in the jungles. And they... Okay, I want to be like a demure young healer lady. She's very sweet and very good. And this is like very different to my normal characters because I always play someone like slightly evil. So. Oh yeah. So healer, I was thinking, what is it? The Alchemist. The Alchemist.
Yeah, we were kind of like looking for like a bit of a low magic version. Or I suggested, I wonder if there is a low magic option. And then Anna found this kind of...
chirurgeon.
Have you found it again?
Yes, chirurgeon.
And so it's like an alchemist, but it's like...
I concentrate on healing others with alchemy.
So let me just see if I can drag in an alchemist into your sheet, Anna. I think it should just go into your class, basically. Oh, okay.
Can I do it? Oh, I can do it.
Can you see this thing? Because I've already done it, but I wonder if I can cancel it. I think I've done it for you.
Oh, wait. I can do it.
Did you manage to find it in the...
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's... Oh, hold on.
Wait.
Okay, cool. I think I managed to...
Can you undo it?
Yeah, I was worried about that. It's giving you 2 of everything.
No, it hasn't given me 2 of everything.
I think it has, because you've got 2 versatile vials, 2 quick alchemy.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's giving you 2 of everything. Let me just see if I can remove it, and if it will hopefully remove all of that stuff. Okay. It's kind of removed like some of it. I guess maybe not some of your inventory.
I can remove the doubles.
I'll just delete these and then try adding it again.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully now...
Oh, I think I might need to delete it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
cool.
And then, it lets you pick that subclass as well, so that's good.
Yep.
So now you have versatile vial and a variety of other things. But yeah, maybe I'll come back to that.
How do you link the things like that?
I think if you click on the actual image, maybe. Where is it?
There we go. Yeah. I'll link all the stork stuff that you added so people can have a look as well. 'Cause that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I came up with this in the first campaign, although nobody was playing a flying creature, but I thought like there's going to be flying creatures. So I thought, okay, they're kind of heavy. They're way bigger like humans, but I'll give them like gliding. So it's not super useful a lot of the time, but you can like climb a tree and like glide off the tree. And I've tried to design it so it's not so debilitating that you can't like do anything. So you should be able to like while you're gliding like fire arrows and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And you can also step further.
Yeah, that'll be helpful. You get 10 feet of move instead of 5 foot for step.
Yeah. Which is kind of a little bit similar to what you had with Tok'ra in a way, like running around with wings.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think of that, but yeah, you're right.
Tok'ra had wings?
He could do like a
with
beast
the new
form.
barbarian, you could choose eagle. Every time you rage, you choose an animal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
So he just one time in the big open battle, he chose eagle, and he was just mooning around the battlefield
like a big chicken.
Yeah, like a wild chicken.
So graceful.
Very aggressive
So
chicken.
graceful. All right, and Nick, what are you thinking?
All right. Well, I am gonna be the tough guy. I was thinking, because I was just kind of thinking about the race or the species of the pangolin. I thought, well, it's kind of inherently bulky and tanky. So in terms of a class, and depending on caster availability, I was thinking of a champion, which is, I think, a paladin, right?
Okay.
So just like playing like a low magic champion, I think, is probably my preference. But also, I have fighter as a good pivot. Because paladin, we have to talk about like religions and things like that. But yeah, that's my initial thoughts.
Yeah, definitely. We had a paladin in the last one, so you can definitely do a paladin.
Awesome.
Actually, I just realized I kind of added Anna's class without waiting to see if there was any discussion over like.
I bounced it.
I don't know if anyone else.
I was originally going to be a healer, right?
Well, because I know Chabbs, you were thinking of doing a alchemist as well.
That was my second thought. So the Stork Ranger was always my first, and then I had another character in mind that was going to be like more of a offensive type alchemist, I guess. Yeah.
Rude jokes.
Just offensive. I'm not very good in battle, but I'm offensive.
Just smelly, pungent bombs.
And Nick, I did my best to give you this roll up in a bowl thing that you wanted.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's very very defensive.
I actually feel like it might be a little bit overpowered.
Don't worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. You can use the take cover action. I'm not familiar with that action. So is it somewhere on the sheet?
Let me see if it is. Take cover. No. Conditions. Isn't there even cover? It's concealed. Basically what it does is it just... Let me look it up. So the main website to use is this, or one of the better websites to use, but the sort of official one is this Archives of Nethys. Nethys.
Yep.
I can stick with Nethys. And sometimes I have a little bit of trouble finding stuff in here, although if you use the actual like advanced search feature, it's pretty good. But wait, what were we doing? Oh yeah, take cover. Take cover. So, firstly, if you have standard cover, you would then gain greater cover, which is just something to note. But it provides you with a circumstance bonus. So,
yep.
It's kind of weird that it words it with this. I don't know if this +4 circumstance bonus is just when you have greater cover, or if it's when you have... I think it would probably be a +2 circumstance bonus for cover. So in your case, you can just do it out in the open. You roll up into a ball.
Yeah.
You have +2 circumstance bonus, and then and then if there's like a fireball or something like that, you have like a bonus to your reflex saves, and you have a bonus to stealth checks. And sneak as well, although you can't really move while you're in a ball.
Right. Yeah, well, okay, that's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
With a feat, and we're happy to tinker with how strong that is. With a feat, how often can you use it?
So unless it says otherwise, you can that's just an action, so you can just use it as many times as you want.
Yeah, right. Okay. No worries.
Yeah, but it's sort of... Yeah, so I guess, if you wanted to use it in your turn, you would you'd have to use 2 actions if you know what I mean. Like if you wanted to kind of go into a ball and then come out of it, because you have to use the step action to come out of it.
Yes, yeah, you'd have to come in and out. Yeah, true.
So yeah, it's like you can do it if you want.
Like you could move, attack, and then go into your ball.
Yeah.
At the turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Cool. Yeah, like you run in, fucking stab someone with your weapon or whatever, and then you just like in an impenetrable wall.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make it like actually functional because I think the what's the tortoise? No, I've gone blank
Shell
on the name.
defense.
Yeah, like the shell defense in D&D for the turtle is like it's not very useful because you just kind of, I can't remember how it works, but it just ends up being something that you never really use.
Yeah, so if you go in your shell, it's +5 AC, and then from memory, it is to come out of your shell. That's a bonus action to go in, but to come out, it's an action. So then you can't use your next turn.
Yeah, then you can't use your turn. Yeah.
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 Yeah, so we'll see if it seems to be overpowered. Maybe we can readdress it later, but we'll see how it goes. Do you want to? So if you want to put your class, does anyone else want to do a champion? No champions?
No.
There can only be one champion.
I just had a thought of you turn into a ball and someone pushes you down the hill and you're like, as an action.
I am a champion.
Yeah, well, that's pretty interesting because I said that you can't use. Where is it? You can't. Oh yeah, so you can't take an action, which means you can't move, but it doesn't say that you can't be pushed. So I don't see why somebody couldn't like kick you around, like
kick you like a soccer ball. Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Road to El Dorado where they play with the armadillo?
Yeah.
As the ball?
Yes.
I don't know if I have seen that.
Such a good.
I'm gonna write it down.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I don't think so. That doesn't ring a bell. Oh, okay. It's like
I'm gonna say write down to note to kick. His name down the hill.
Note to self.
Place.
Note to self.
Kick character downhill.
Kick character down. Yep.
But yeah, Nick, if you want to add the class, if you just click on that little magnifying glass next to class, and then if you type in the search thing, oh yeah, champion is right there, and just hit the green tick, it'll add it, and I think it'll just like add like a bunch of stuff, and just.
Okay. It asks straight away for a deity. I assume you have your own.
Oh yeah, so that's interesting. What does it let you choose a like a sort of a no deity?
Not that I can see.
Interesting.
Oh wait, what if I just go save? I might be able to just bypass it.
Oh yeah. So if no one else, if everyone's happy, I can choose ranger. It's given me a similar option. I got 4 choices to make.
Anyone want to do ranger? Well, I guess Angelo.
No,
Well, you want to do? Yeah, you're doing like
with
a
the
rogue.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah. So Angelo, what's your character
Cool.
idea?
So I was tossing up between the 2 animals. One was that chameleon, one was the rogue. But chameleon, I actually felt like it was more if I was going to go down the spellcaster role. So as he's about to cast the spell, he it's like a hypercolor goes through his body like pulsates.
Nice.
But I'll leave that as backup character down the line.
Sweet.
I'm like,
I'll try to kill you off so you can. Do it.
yeah, no worries.
Yeah, thanks.
But there's only one spellcaster. Make sure you kill them as well. Full caster.
Will do. Another note to self. Yeah.
I thought a panther would be a pretty mean rogue. Stealthy. I want to be quick and stealthy around, scouting and around the battlefield. So.
Yeah, sounds appropriate.
I'm like, the panther. I was thinking panther, cheetah. But I'm like, nah. I have to go panther.
Yeah, I mean, if you went cheetah, I'd try to look at like making it really fast or something.
Yeah, that was more of a
Cool
like open plains, like. But I thought like a panther was, I just suited like that character build.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely seems stealthy.
So, how do I've typed it in the class search? I can see it. How do I select it?
Just hit the green tick.
Oh yeah, cool. Oh, I got to select a racket. Badminton, tennis.
Wait, what?
Squash. No, I'm only joking.
Nice. None of those things exist at Bronze Age.
Yeah.
Well, I did say it was quasi Bronze Age. Maybe they have badminton.
Yeah.
Badminton. Jesus. They don't have badminton. I can't even say it.
It's bad.
Badminton.
Okay. I had a racket in mind.
What are the options?
There's Avenger, Eldritch Trickster, Mastermind, Ruffian, Scoundrel, and Thief. I was actually thinking of the lines of Thief before you had the intro. That Panther character, I don't know what their name is safe yet, like had to steal to survive because it was so food was so scarce. He might have been caught up in the Suscan overthrow and taken to one of their encampments.
Yeah, it probably
like,
you wouldn't have a reason to thieve in this situation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't be a thief, because we could just, it's like technically your class is thief. That doesn't mean you have to have a background of thieving necessarily.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're just sort of good at like tinkering around with things, maybe.
Maybe too much time with what's his name?
With Pache.
No, not Pache. No, Pache was the wine guy.
Oh yeah, sorry, not Pache, Sherman.
Sherman. Nah.
Sherman is a turtle person who was stealing a bunch of stuff from everyone. Yeah, I mean, like...
Were they hiding it in the shell?
Well, he was... The funny thing is, people kept rolling, like, failing to roll to sort of, like, work out to sort of perceive what he was... to work out what he was doing. So
like
nobody ever, like... Yeah, like, failing the inside checks, failing the... So it just, like, kept happening, and so, like, they had this, like, treasure chest, and just each time they went back to the home base, like, another thing was missing. It was kind of like the players knew who it was, but the characters didn't. But he ended up being caught. Actually, Angelo... so Vindaros, Angelo's character, kind of... I think you like spoke to the priestess, Hembe. Oh no, that's right. You like circulated a sort of a like you kind of said to everyone like you should think.
Yes, yeah.
Rethink your decisions and like turn yourself in sort of thing. So then he turned himself in and then he got his hand chopped off by the Suscan. They're ruthless.
Good times.
Good times.
He was blind for quite a while as well with that disease.
Yeah,
the Suscan Ophis glosser.
Now, so I can just go ahead and choose my boosts and so forth. It says 4 in brackets.
Yeah, except that I think. So let me see. Yeah, so when you add your class, it'll update your hit points automatically. But then you
and AC. Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, and your AC. But you also need to choose a background, and I think that might. Does that give you? It kind of looks like it might also give you a boost.
Yes. I'll go to the back. Let's have a look. Ooh,
so
jeez.
So with the backgrounds,
there's a lot of backgrounds.
As I said, everyone sort of has the same background. So I guess the way that we'll do that is just look for a background that kind of makes sense, or that we can sort of reflavor in some way. And then we'll, maybe we can reflavor it or like rewrite it a little bit so it kind of fits into this particular setting. But you still get like whatever it comes with. But I'm thinking like mostly for your background, if we focus on the idea more of like a profession. Because like
clown.
A bearded lady.
So you are pretty much Stone Age peoples, but you're now kind of moving into the Bronze Age artificially, I guess, and you're sort of developing. You're becoming more specialized because you've had the Suscan gold introduced, like this concept of money introduced to you, and a variety of other things. So you're starting to have specializations. Although it's still like pretty communal, and you would be like helping with most things, but you would generally have like a specialization. So you would probably be something like, I have a list here, either like a hunter/warrior, or maybe a forager, or a fisher, or a farmer.
I thought Anna was joking about the clown.
There is
actually
a clown.
There's a clown. A combat carpenter. That sounds cool as.
That's a thing. Ooh,
Yeah, so you can be a crafter, like you can be like a builder, or sort of. I mean, we live in this like forested area, and like I think a lot of the houses would start being built out of maybe wood and things like that. So yeah, you could definitely be like a carpenter. You could be a herder. You could be a tailor. And yeah, you can also be like a blacksmith or a bronzesmith, or
There's some ridiculous kind of
amount. Thing like that, like a crafter. You can be a potter, a woodcutter, a baker, like a cook.
Are these all from Pathfinder, their backgrounds?
You mean the ones that you're looking at?
Yeah.
I guess it just draws from like all kinds of supplements and things. As far as I know. I mean, I've kind of like read some parts of the GM core and the player core, but I haven't seen like a long list of backgrounds, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is there any kind of relevance to what our characters were doing prior to the kind of the enslavement and the ship?
Yeah, so there would be a little bit, but it would be, because you're from Stone Age tribes, you would be even less specialized. And the idea is that you don't have like a long like I want to sort of steer away from having these like long backgrounds, like I've already spent several years as an adventurer or whatever. So like the idea would be more along the lines of you're kind of starting to learn how to fight. But yeah, you might have in your Stone Age tribe, you might have been like a hunter or one of the warriors or something like that.
Yep. Okay. Would the current fort have any use for guards?
So
or just like because I was thinking of being a guard.
Yeah, so I guess a guard and a warrior would kind of be, I mean, a guard, like, I don't think in general there would be a sort of that's like my job is like I'm a guard, but there would definitely be people who are posted on guard duty. So if you're like a sort of a warrior and you could often be sort of be guarding, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be like you're sort of like paid a wage to be like a permanent guard.
Yeah, sure.
Although it is like actually like a reasonably big population. There's like around 250 people. But yeah, even so, I don't think you'd just be like, that's my job, my day job.
Okay.
I'd like to be like a sort of a medic in training type thing, or nurse type thing. I'm not really seeing it, but I don't know. Otherwise, maybe a cook.
Yeah, I mean, if there's something like that's just not there, we can work out how to customize one. So if you want to, if you can't find something, we can anyone can just send me a message during the week, and I'll sort of like we can work together and sort of make one. But you could be a healer, or like a
just
sort of
like learning.
Yeah.
Have a look at secular medic as well.
What? How do you spell it?
Secular medic.
Oh, secular. Oh, hey.
That might suit.
Nice.
Yeah, let me see. View sheet. Cool. Yeah. Anatomy law.
Because I was just looking at Scout. I'm like, oh, it's that's
nice.
like sort of thing. I'm like, oh, as he's saying that, I'm like, oh, the next one's
Cool.
the medic. I'm like, oh, okay.
Easy. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean that kind of fits in with your idea.
Yeah.
So there's a healer in there is a Suscan healer who has been appointed to what do you call it? Like to go with the to accompany the Suscan that have come here to sort of take charge of they basically like installed their own like mission, and they sort of control the fort, but they don't, or they own the fort in a way, but they don't really control what you do as long as you follow the law of Smorgon, King Smorgon the Ravenous. And so amongst them there is a healer, because they would need somebody to, like if something happens to one of them. So you could, because you're learning, you're sort of regularly like attending these like propaganda classes. This healer can be a sort of a younger, maybe like a younger pig folk, and you could sort of maybe develop a bit of a relationship with him, a bit of a friendship. It's not like the Suscan, like they're kind of ruthless, but they don't like dislike you or anything. Like they like he could be glad to live here and might enjoy like sharing some of his secrets with you. So if you want to be sort of like just starting out as a healer, you could learn from him maybe.
Okay,
maybe he kind of you like stay back after propaganda class, and he can like kind of like show you some like secrets with like healing herbs and things.
Yeah, cool.
And actually the secular thing is kind of interesting as well, because the Suscan, although in this world gods are sort of I mean, I guess you could like not believe in the gods, but generally speaking it's kind of, the gods are like a sort of a fact. But the Suscan regard them very suspiciously. They don't think that the gods are like at the top of the food chain. They see them as just sort of like powerful meddling beings. So in a way, it actually would suit if you kind of have.
If I learned it from a Suscan.
Yeah, you could like adopt this sort of secularism from them in a way. Maybe, I don't know.
I like that.
Sweet. And then the other thing is like, so proficiencies is in the tab that's like an open palm. And in order to do that, I think we might need to sort of turn to the book to work out like exactly how many proficiencies you can choose. I don't know exactly where it comes from, like if it comes from your...
I think, yeah, it looks like that all adds up. Like once you choose your backgrounds, because you're going to get another plus. It says, add. You can add 2 bonuses, at least one to strength or dex, and the other one to any other choice.
Yep.
And then everything's slowly like ticking over.
Yeah, so I guess like each thing will just give you one. So your ancestry, if it should give you one, then I would have written it in there. I think actually, Anna, I think yours gives you. Where is it? Where did I put it?
Attribute boost.
Oh, it's in this Nimble Fingers bonus feat. So it says that you're trained in crafting and thievery.
Oh.
So you can just go to that like proficiencies tab and you can just, I think, just click. Where is it? Crafting. So crafting, you already
Is
have.
already +4.
And then thievery, though, I think if you just click untrained, it'll maybe train. But I don't know if we're going to run into an issue where it doesn't know that you have this feature that I've made up. But if that happens, we'll work that out. But yeah, I guess each thing that you choose should like explicitly tell you what proficiencies you have. And then the other thing is like class features, which, let me see, with the class features, I guess it's just going to automatically give you those as well. Like, I don't know, but I feel like maybe you can choose some.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like class feats.
Yeah, class feats.
So
feats tab.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess if you hit that magnifying glass,
You got the browse button next to class feats.
Yep, so. Yeah, that makes sense. I was just looking at my notes. Like for a rogue, you can select one feat of your choice, a level 1 feat. And then that will give you another plus to either your AC or...
and also Angelo, it looks like you also have a skill feat, so you can do a class feat and a skill feat. I think.
Yeah, no, that's right.
But this ancestry feat is actually one of the bonus feats. I'm just moving them across. For some reason, like it was like when you add the ancestry but you haven't added the class, I couldn't put these in the ancestry feats section. But they should be. Oh.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Ranger class feat. There's a animal companion in brackets ranger.
Sweet.
You gain the service of a young animal companion that travels with you. How does that gonna? How would that potentially work? If would it just be like a small little like? What type of animal? Because obviously we're all animal kin, I guess.
Yeah, but there are animals.
Okay.
So yeah, that'd work fine. You can do that.
There's
can,
also
like, pick
an
one up in the
animal
forest or
whisperer
whatever.
background.
Animal. Yeah, I saw that. It's on a screen that comes up.
Yeah, the first one.
Oh, okay. I don't know what most of the stuff means, but the name of it sort of makes sense. Animal whisperer. If they go with the animal companion, maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, you can. Now that you've logged in, I'll leave this server mostly up, so you can sort of log in whenever you want to. So if you want to have a think about it, you don't have to like select something right now. But yeah, class features. Oh yeah, I have a thing here saying pick a level 1 class. Oh no, pick level 1 class feats. Yeah, so I don't know. You're probably only going to get one. And then allocate ability boosts. Skill for proficiencies from ancestry, background, and class. Oh yeah. So I don't know how you get a blacksmith's toolkit. But I guess you would be proficient in maybe crafting? Yeah, I guess crafting. So I guess if somebody is proficient in crafting, yeah. So also that's the other thing is for items, don't give yourself any items. If your class gives you items, I'll have a look at them.
Okay.
Because basically, yeah, you're just like simple villagers. You don't have any gold. You probably just have like a spear, and you will be living in a grass hut at the beginning. But you might be able to upgrade. But yeah, there's actually, Anna, does your character automatically, were we just saying a moment ago that you get...
I get a formula book and a versatile vial.
And you have you're trained in crafting.
Oh, and I'm trained in crafting, yes.
But I don't know if you see yourself as like a blacksmith type or like a bronzesmith type.
No. I have a -2 on strength.
I don't know how much that would come into play mechanically, but maybe like thematically.
Yeah. I don't. These arms are not bronze.
So where would I be able to find out if my class has an item? Just because it's got a feature called shield block, which is kind of redundant if I don't have a shield.
Yeah, so I would definitely give you a shield.
Great.
In your inventory, so the third icon along, I guess I'll just call them tabs. Third tab along. So you've currently got nothing.
Yeah, so it doesn't come in like automatically?
I guess not. In which case.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess don't worry about adding items because I'll just do that for you.
I don't know if like it was meant to come in because I haven't filled it out right, so I haven't picked a deity. I don't know what changes when I pick a deity.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to come back to the deity thing. So with the deity, there are two patron gods of Ashara. One of them is Shutushkar, which is the god of like thunder and storms, who is sort of credited with helping to free the refugees from captivity on the ships. And the other one is Vrakar. Vrakar is like a god of vengeance. But he's sort of like a protector, like an angel of protection. The sort of god that you would use to like ward your home or your loved ones, to say, if anyone like fucks with us, like Vrakar will seek revenge on you, sort of thing. So you can choose one of those two patron gods, or you can make up a god.
Right.
If you want to make up a god, because actually Angelo made up Vrakar. If you want to make up a god, send me through the name and the idea, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I think Pathfinder adds another layer. So there's also now a cause.
Okay. For
your champion. So I was having a look at the liberation cause because I think it's kind of thematic. So perhaps the first god had to do with freeing the slaves and things like that. So that could tie in nicely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if. Yeah, I mean, you could even have taken part in because there were two ships. So you could even have been involved in like helping to free people from one of those two ships.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still not really answering your question with regards to like how do you select a god? Like, what are the options? I kind of need to see.
Yeah, so like mechanically, I don't know how to add a god. I don't know if I can.
But it seems like it requires.
Yeah, so your god gives you a favored weapon, a skill, and then bonuses to some attributes as well.
How many choices do you have? Like 4 or just heaps? Tons.
Okay. I've got like 100 or something. Like 200-300 probably. It's one of those really long.
Well, in that case, what I suggest is just look for a god that gives you something that you like and something that sort of fits with your feel about your character, and then we can rename the god and sort of reskin the god, or you can rename the god.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, just pick one that sort of makes sense, and then send me something through the week, and we can work something out. And the other bit of homework that I'll give you actually at the end of the session is for everyone to select for your personality. I'll put this in Discord as well. If you can select 2 positive adjectives and 1 negative adjective to describe your character. And also, if you can describe your attitude towards authority. So this is basically like, lawful versus chaos, I suppose. So it's like, are you a rebel or are you loyal or are you in the middle? And then the other one is a sort of a good evil axis, but I'm conceiving of it as like whether power or sacrifice is more important to you, or if you're sort of somewhere in the middle. So if you come up with those things, and we'll like chuck them in your biography, And then you also have like, there's also other stuff in here that you can fill out as well, like your attitude and beliefs and all these likes and dislikes and things like that. Those are the sorts of things that you would point to when you're doing your role play for a hero point thing. But also hopefully just at any other time as well. But yeah, I'll remind you of that in the Discord. But so yeah, apparently no like full casters. That's cool. But I imagine Paladin will have a bit like.
Yeah, well, so initially the only thing, so when I was doing some readings, they're very like low magic. They just have a touch of magic flavoring. The only like magic thing I can do initially is like a I have an aura where people can get like boosts if they're within it. Yeah, that's it so far in terms of magic, I think.
So you don't have like healing spells?
No, nothing like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because it looks to me like, or maybe I heard this somewhere, that Pathfinder more than D&D, I was going to say. Well, I guess D&D really relies on it too. But anyway, I think like it's sort of assumed that you will be using magic to heal yourselves. Because like, you'll have potions and things, maybe, if you find them. But otherwise, like when you use a, what's it called? Like one of the actions is heal wounds. And it's kind of like cumbersome, and you can, if you get like a nat, not a nat one. Oh yeah, so crits are different as well. The way the crits work is actually if you roll 10 below the DC, then that's like a critical fail. And if you roll 10 above the DC or more, then that's a critical success. And it usually has effects for almost anything. So if you're using the heal wounds action and you get like a critical fail, you actually damage the person that you're trying to heal.
Oh god.
I think that's how it works.
Give him a Chinese sunburn instead.
Yeah, I don't know if it says here.
I found what I was looking for. I get devotion spells, which is either Shield of the Spirits, which is where everyone gets a boost if they're in my aura, or I get Lay on Hands. So it's either or, not both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how we go with like low healing, low magic. It might be very hard. But you can always run away. You can always run away.
Yeah.
Never forget.
You're not judged.
Well, you might be judged by the other characters. Like, I can't guarantee that.
Yeah.
You're not judged by the GM.
But I was gonna say if you're the only one that's alive and they're all dead.
There's no one to judge.
Don't look back. I heard it was less forgiving when it comes to combat as well, which is good.
Yeah, it seems to be balanced a bit better, which is a shame because I'm sort of throwing that away by just having unbalanced combats. But anyway, at least
That'll balance out.
That'll all balance out. At least you're balanced amongst yourselves, theoretically.
If you've got any like text regarding those two dots, could you send that through so I could have a read over?
Yeah, sure.
Just on the Discord would be good.
I'll see if I
when you have a chance.
All right. I think I do.
Chabbs, did you see there was a student of archery background?
Student of archery background. Let's have a look at that.
Is there a student of championing?
Yeah, so there's a couple of other gods. There's also
That's a big wall of text.
Watotoma, the hippo folk, the mother of mud,
Heck.
Ooh.
the mud mother. And
That's
there is
fun.
Mem, the Tarsian goddess of rot and decay, but not death.
Yeah, there's lots of potential with the Pathfinder champion to be like a unholy, I think is the term they use. So I think in D&D there's like one pathway, but there's lots of different options here, which doesn't really fit thematically, but it is interesting.
I mean, you could try to make that work.
Yeah, I'm not like locked in, so I do have to just do some more reading. It'd be pretty tough to role play in a team though. Like some of the causes are like desecration, where you selfishly corrupt and destroy, which sounds a little bit harsh.
Guys, we have to save these suffering animal folk. Did someone say suffering and decay? No, nobody said that. What? I'll see if I can. There you go. I posted these gods in just the Ashara channel.
Yeah, perfect.
But feel free to create your own. I want people to create their own because coming up with gods is difficult.
Okay, no worries. I'll have a think about it.
Okay. So I have feat 1, which
You're just like hopping around.
until I get feat 2. Yeah. Feat 2 is like at level 2, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, I think it'll. Yeah, I think that's how it works. It'll say feat and then the level.
Okay. And so, like you said, we're not getting items yet, but my alchemy feats give me various alchemical items.
Yeah, I mean, just take them, and I'll just look at them and see if they, like if I need to, I don't know, just change like a glass jar to a clay jar or whatever it is.
This says 4 common first level alchemical items. Okay.
Oh, but it doesn't specify it?
No. I mean, I'll have a look and pick something.
Yeah, see if you can find it. Otherwise, I can have a look. I do have the player call.
I think I have it here in Nethys. First level.
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty much everything is in there. They're pretty generous like that. I think it's like all under like an open license or something.
Okay. Cool.
Or did they move to the orc license? I can't remember what happened with all that. But I think it was like partly the reason why they released this remaster. I don't know if it was the reason, but it was one of the reasons. Was because of the OGL thing.
Yeah, that's right. And they removed everything that was related to any D&D like species or that. Yeah,
so sometimes there's like things that you'll find on the internet that it might say like, what's an example? Like magic missile maybe was it? I don't know if that was one. But yeah, where it's like, and you won't be able to find it then elsewhere because they've changed it so that it's not called that.
I like when you add your boosts and actually automatically updates your stats on the left as well, like your HP.
Yeah.
So you can actually see it. You're like, okay.
Yeah, I like that too. I also like how it sort of glows and highlights yellow of something that you need to do still. So I think the only last thing I need to do is languages, and I click on that and there's just all of these things that I don't know what they mean.
Yeah, don't give yourself a language.
Okay.
Because it's just these 3 that you would have. But that's kind of annoying though. Is it then just going to continue to flash at you forever?
Yeah, but I can ignore that. I'm happy to ignore that. That's all good.
but I cannot. Every time I open the character sheet.
I will know.
It's good how it automatically does most of it, like adds, like makes you trained in certain things and untrained in others, depending on which background and that stuff you choose.
Oh yeah, you've already got like martial weapons.
What the?
Medium
But it
armor.
doesn't add anything in my inventory, which is what you wanted anyway, so that's good.
Yeah, because I think actually in Pathfinder what you do is you can do this in D&D as well, but you have like an amount of gold and then you sort of buy whatever you want with it.
Yeah. Yeah, D&D you could choose like to just take a lump sum of gold or choose items.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't leave you hanging. You'll get like at least a wooden club. Some rags, some ragged clothes. That was all everyone had at the beginning of the last one, was just ragged clothes.
Just peasants, you know? Yeah.
Well, no, my actually character artwork started in just like just a wrap. That's all. And as he progressed, he actually got a bit more like cured armor.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I worked on it. It was actually quite fun.
Yeah, you had like 3 iterations of the...
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that. I can't get AI to like be that obedient.
And I also at that stage was the language barrier, so I purposely didn't take notes for the language that I didn't understand
Nice.
for the series. So
Cool.
it's blocking it.
Yeah, there was a fair bit of that. Like, it's kind of interesting to see people role playing around, sort of like, I don't know, I couldn't understand what was just happening. Yeah, it is definitely an example of where like my desire for verisimilitude was perhaps pushed into the realms of not fun anymore. Because it just meant that like in roleplay scenarios, often like 2 characters were just like, I don't understand what's happening.
I was just Pache. One of the characters was just drinking all the time because he was like depressed and sad and and like with it's hey Pache, cheers.
The first deity that I picked to just have a look at had the favored weapon of a pickaxe. So I'm thinking the geotechnical consultant was
Yeah, I don't know about geotechnical consultant at the Bronze Age.
perhaps so.
The gnomes descended from a pangolin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you could be like a builder,
A
like
miner?
specializing in sort of. Oh yeah, and you could be. Actually, I've still got to work out what the deal is with some of the resources like mining and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking like in terms of background, I kind of need a background that justifies why I might have a shield. But I was thinking maybe I could be the blacksmith and just kind of tinker and make little things for myself. Could be an option.
So you have these. So there are 50 mouse people that live with you, and they are more thoroughly Bronze Aged, and also the Suscan as well. But the mouse folk are like very much your allies, and so they'd be using shields. I think they did have shields in the previous one, some of them, and so yeah, like if because there definitely is need to guard the place. Like I think the people would be erecting like a palisade around the top of the hill, and there's also the treasure is like being stored in the ant insectoid tunnels, which are like below the hill, and so they need to guard that treasure. So there's definitely need for guards, and I could definitely see that these mouse people would like suggest creating shields and things like that.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, if you're kind of like a warrior and you often, volunteer for guard duty, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, like, Nick's always on guard duty sort of thing, like that's essentially a guard, like that's close enough.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think I'm leaning that way.
Sweet. Yeah, well, Yeah, it's interesting because we'll have to see what happens to the guards at the beginning of the session.
Get that back in character ready.
Well, so as you know, I mean, this isn't really spoilers because it happens like right at the beginning of the session. As you know, the campaign basically starts with like the treasure is stolen, and so like this treasure that was left by the 4 heroes or the 4 founders to pay the first taxes is like stolen, and then you have to kind of like, well, you can do anything you want really, but. So if you were guarding the treasure at the time,
oh, yeah, okay.
but it could have been your night off, or it's
Sure,
actually
yeah, it is.
Maybe you're a night duty.
yeah, that's true. You could just have like
at the same
a
time.
Yeah, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and
Yeah.
2 weeks off.
It is also it's going to start on the morning after the summer solstice. So there's been like festivals, like, and everyone will have been like drinking and stuff, and so. Who knows? Maybe you got drunk and like fell asleep on duty, or
It's interesting. Yeah, I like it.
And so the guilt.
yeah, it'd be good motivation.
Yeah. I found God that day.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much everything. Like I will. What are we? I'll stick around for like another couple of hours and just to answer any questions or help you or just discuss things. But yeah, feel free to do your own thing if you feel like that's everything you want to do. Either way.
I might just make a tea and come back and go through some of these the core skills.
Sounds good.
Yeah. With the core skills, so it's whether or not you're trained that gives you the bonus. But does it tell you like how you're trained in something? Does anyone? Do you get my question?
So when you say,
if
I don't
you
even
are
know what you
trained.
mean by core skills.
Yeah, I think it. Oh look,
It's in your
core skills.
proficiencies. Yeah.
I think it's all the options that you choose along the way.
But it doesn't say which option it came from, does it?
No, like
I see what you mean. I guess you'd have to find it. So like if you go
Yeah, I
to
guess. Yeah. That's
then I
what
guess
you
it would say somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, that's all good.
It's kind of like, it sort of looks like you can't, oh yeah, that just posts it. It's like there's no button from what I can see. Oh no, you just expand it. Sorry, I was trying to work out how to like read the text within, because I know on the main page you can't look at, for example, your background. You have to click that, what was it again? Not a hamburger.
edit button. Oh,
Yeah, the edit button.
yeah, the
Slider.
yeah.
Slider. Yeah, you have to do that in order to look at the contents of it. So like Nick, if you do that on your background, it says that choose 2 attribute boosts. Oh, that's your attribute boost.
Oh yeah, I see that. Does it say that you get a training in something? Probably, because I got intimidation all of a sudden, so I assume that's from the guard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, intimidation skill, and it also gives you legal law and warfare law skill, which I think are these like extra ones that are like down. Oh no, it hasn't given you those. It looks like. That's interesting.
Yeah, so Ranger gives me trained skill in survival, which it's already given me, and then Animal Whisper gives me nature, which it's trained me in that too. And then it's in the details. So if you go to your home page character sheet, and then click the 3 dots next to your background or your class, edit item, and then the details on the right, it gives you trained
Details,
skills.
yeah.
Tells you which one it gives you.
Okay, and then expert is just a better bonus than trained, right?
Yeah.
It's just different tiers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
boosts it up.
But I just noticed though that there is also this thing, because in Pathfinder you can have these sort of custom skills that aren't in this core skills list. And I guess that's these law skills. And I noticed, Nick, in yours, that your guard background, it says you have legal law or warfare law. Oh, I guess it's because you have to choose one of them. Oh, you gain the quick coercion skill feat, which I don't know if you...
Quick coercion. Yeah, okay. I just have to spend a bit of time reading, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, Animal Whisperer gives you a skill feat as well, like that's what it gives you, I guess.
Okay, class feats is something we can pick.
Yeah, so class feats is just that empty slot, and you can hit that magnifying glass.
Okay, some of them have different commonalities. Like some of these feats are uncommon. Do you want us to stick to common ones, or you don't mind?
What I don't know won't hurt me.
Well, for example, an uncommon one is like I can get a horse or a mount as my feat.
Oh yeah.
Which I probably wouldn't take anyway, but...
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't even have horses.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, there will be things like that. Like once we've sort of chosen things, if there's anything like that that kind of sticks out that we haven't noticed, I'll go through them and have a think about it, and maybe we'll redo them. But yeah, I mean, generally like pick whatever kind of makes sense.
Ongoing selfishness is a feat. Your powerful personality and incredible ego demand that you protect yourself above all else.
Perfect for a guard. What are you even guarding out here? I don't see anything else around. Exactly.
He's just a cop.
I'm doing this for myself.
Oh, that's good.
I'm doing this because it feels good.
This feels a little bit like when you're watching Netflix or something and there's too many options and you don't know which one to pick.
Yeah, I call it choice paralysis.
Choice paralysis, that's exactly what it is.
Where you're scrolling on Uber Eats thinking, oh, what am I getting tonight? And it's just, you scroll through and you haven't decided.
Yeah, you run out of options. Stores have started to close.
Yeah. And your stomach's just rumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to Adrian when he gets back. I'm on the Animal Companions tab, and the first one that comes up is Air Elemental. Yeah, hey Adrian. I'd like an Air Elemental, please.
I think I know how that's gonna go. Don't need him to come back for that one. It's interesting that there's only 3 saves.
Yeah.
As opposed to attributes, right? So 6 attributes, but only 3 saves.
I kind of like it better.
Yeah. Have you had any experience?
No.
No. Okay. No, but it's fun to just learn something new as well. It's clearly more customizable.
Yeah. Like fortitude, I guess that's your constitution.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, I don't know how it loops it all, but I guess reflex, maybe it's strength or dex, so I guess it just picks whichever's better. I don't know. Same as will. Like, is that wisdom or intelligence or charisma? I've never understood the charisma saving throw. It's never made sense to me.
Yeah, true. Are you likable enough? I get proficiencies because I have training in them, but I think that's just because of my class.
Yeah.
Oh, it says it's wisdom. Yeah, will is wisdom, reflex is dexterity, and fortitude is constitution.
Okay.
So yeah, no more charisma saving throws.
Yeah. Feels like there's going to be some big numbers in this already. Like I've got a +9 to reflex save at level 1.
Wow, that's huge.
And my initiative with perception, that was just the default that came up. Is +8.
+8. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when I was reading, because I watched a video about like the differences, and one of the things that came up was a lot in 5th edition, you have to wait till level 3 to kind of generate more details for your character, like whether it be a subclass or something. Where Pathfinder, you can really define your character at level 1.
Seems that way.
So yeah, which kind of makes sense. So I guess that's maybe why. But yeah, it's good.
So you get to choose your like subclass, like
Yeah. So I get a deity, and then that's separate from the cause. So you can have different causes under the same deity. And then you get your spell is then dependent on the like whether your deity is holy or unholy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of variety.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I really have a kind of an idea of holy and unholy. But I'm sure. But I'm sure we can, like make it work.
Right. I feel like it's like just like it seems like the same as good and evil, right?
Yeah.
That's the gist, I feel. But there's also the neutral option too. You don't have to be holy or unholy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there would be.
You go.
Sorry.
Here you go. I was going to change the subject. Here you go.
I was just kind of thinking out loud because I'm just not sure, like in this world, like what I guess the thing is there's lots of different peoples, and so there'd be all sorts of different ideas about morality and the gods and all kinds of things. So
holy is subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the Suskin would be more likely to have a view like that. But because you come from like a Stone Age people across the other side of the world, you can kind of do whatever you like within reason.
Yeah.
Maybe you come from like a tribe of like blood sacrificing pangolins.
We love to cause corruption and decay. So that's our memo.
It's good it lets you sort of personalize your class a bit more than that, because it feels like in 5e D&D Paladin you're kind of limited to being that, good. There was one subclass I think in there that lets you be sort of not the trope, the good trope.
Well, especially with the like hundreds of feats, if you want to go good or bad, there's so much you can do with that moving forward as well.
Yeah, I think like the sort of feat tree is a much bigger aspect in this game than it is in 5e, which is why people often say that it's one of the reasons people say it's more technical, but also people kind of say it means that you need to sort of plan out your character arc up front. I personally think that I don't see why you have to do that, if you're not too worried about being like a really super awesome character, then I don't see why it would matter. I only got up to level 2 when I played, so I don't know. But I played an extremely janky swamp wizard that could only cast like mud spells and water spells and things.
Did you have any sort of idea on what level we would expect to get to in this game?
Probably 5, I think.
Nice.
And then I have plans after that.
You got a 5-year plan.
Yep.
That's if we don't die. If we do die, what's the go? Do we a new character in the same level, just back to 0 XP? Or start level 1 again?
I was thinking about this. Because I've watched some different things, different opinions online, read some different things. Alright, I lie, I haven't read, I can't even read. I purely watched YouTube videos about this topic. And yeah, some people are like, no, like start again at 1. Like there's no reason to not have this unbalanced party where you have different characters at different levels. So I don't know, I was thinking like maybe we do that, but maybe we could also go like you level a lot more quickly, so you start at 1, but then it's like a level per session. Or what some people do is they go like, okay, you start like 2 levels lower. I don't know.
I don't mind starting at level 1 and then leveling up quicker. because in terms of the conflicts that you're facing at higher difficulties, you would like be learning faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe there's like a multiplier to the XP you get. Like if you're in a group of level 3s and you're level 1, you maybe get like a 3 times XP gain or something like that.
Yeah, so I have a way to do that already for if you miss a session, because you'll fall behind that way, and then it sort of like kind of catches you up over time. I don't know how quickly it would level you if I applied the same thing to the leveling from 1. Yeah. Well, the only other thing as well is I've kind of said that you have to level in a, like, during a full rest, like over the course of like 3 days. So I don't know if I would maybe suspend that. I don't know. I haven't worked this out. I'll have to. Nobody's gonna die. We're not gonna need to know. I mean, in the last one, at the beginning, I was like, oh, this one's gonna be really deadly. It's gonna, you know, like, everyone make a second character, and like nobody died. Vindaros came very close though.
Yes. yes. That actually, Yame as well. I think a couple of times.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh my god. It'll make me cry.
Really? I can't remember what happened.
No, it would. It would
Oh,
make
it
me
would
cry
make you cry. Yeah.
if someone dies. Quietly though. I won't let any of you see.
I've had 2 of my characters die, but not in a situation where it was like really a problem. Like one of them was in Adventurers League, so I could just pay gold to bring it back. And then the other one was in this like a sort of a, you know, make a character and just like learn. I just made a character in like 5 minutes just to like sort of learn the, I think the GM, it was like Forgotten Lands, I think it was. And, which is a different system, and it's like much more lethal. And I think the GM was kind of like trying to sort of break everyone in. So we learned how to do the combat with this very difficult combat where like 4 of us died, sort of thing. But I've killed plenty of my own NPCs. I don't know if that counts. I think it counts.
There was a lot of sad ones, I gotta say.
Yeah.
There was a lot of sad ones.
I felt sad when Ulkrid died, even though he's evil.
I felt a bit sad.
No, I cared much more about Teeth Grinder than Ulkrid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Grinder.
So
Actually,
he came back as a zombie and went to kill him again.
Actually, Teeth Grinder was like my second D&D character way back. He was he was a barbarian. So I have killed my own character. I like the pain.
Okay. So I have these things in my formula book. So like formulas for making these alchemy items.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, but I don't but I don't have the actual items. I have to craft them
Okay.
and like find the herbs or whatever ingredients needed. But I've just listed the things that I know in the formula book.
All right.
Or the things I would want.
Yeah, so for starters, there's no books. So, well, except that there are slip books. Like a Chinese slip book. Mm-hmm. So like a bunch of like little wooden slats that are sort of all tied together, and you can like roll it up. So you can have
that would
a slip
work,
book.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Cute.
Especially if the Suskin kind of show you how to do that. That would work. And then when it comes to crafting and for like finding things, I've still got to work out. Generally, finding things, I'm kind of like, depending on what it is, like if we're talking like spell components and stuff like that, I probably won't be quite as specific as I was in the first season.
Okay.
And try to find some sort of middle ground. But when it comes to like making these things, I'm trying to see the actual, what are the ingredients for them?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too.
Because often with like it might be the case that you just have to pay a certain amount of gold for it.
It says like the 3 gold pieces or something.
Yeah, so in that case, I will. Yeah, you'll probably actually have to find the component, but we might do it in a way that's kind of like a little bit vague. So you sort of, you know, like when we're hexcrawling, because in the first season I would specify the ingredient and you would have to find that, and it'd be like, sorry, that ingredient is only in deserts. So this one I'm thinking like, and also it's like an enormous amount of work because I've got to like list all of these like materials and work out exactly like how common they are, and like, so I'm thinking I'll do more of like, you search for your component within this hex, and we can just sort of imagine that you're doing that.
I think they just have gold associated. Do you want me to list the gold that I would need?
I mean, it might give me an idea of like how rare they
are
the
all
ingredient should be.
As common, I believe. But yeah, I will put in the gold.
Do they vary a lot in price?
No, it's like 2 to 3 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Because I think there's no shop.
No.
And you don't have any gold.
Retail therapy.
Actually, that's not true. There is a shop in Verdelaide, which is like a couple of days journey away through the forest. You could go there theoretically.
Oh, what about that market? There was sort of like the mid-spring market that was sort of on its way coming through. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, so that one, oh yeah, like as in that is at Verdelaide, and Verdelaide is known for like being like a place to sort of buy and sell things in the area. But we will, this campaign starts on the summer solstice, so we've missed the, what is it? The spring...
That festival. The market.
Equinox? Not the equinox.
Good times.
Yeah, so some of the people would have gone there, including the 4 heroes, and it was actually there that they, well, I won't tell you what happened to them. They all died. No, they've gone on another adventure, and like maybe we'll run that adventure later on. I would like to.
Guys, I'm gonna head out, but thank you for explaining everything, and I look forward to getting started.
All right, sounds good. I'll send you a little message for just a couple of things for you to do before the next session, and then otherwise tentatively 2 weeks from now, same time.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Sweet. Have a good weekend. I'll see you then.
I could probably leave too, but I'm just scrolling through the animal companions from the Archives of Nethys page, and it's a very long web page. Obviously, some of them are a no-brainer, like an air elemental I won't be getting. But there's some funny ones. Can you choose that at
level 1?
Yeah, apparently it's on the... hold on, actually there's probably some stipulation it's going to be a young animal, apparently.
I wonder where these would be in there, because I do have a bunch of these like compendiums that come with the system.
Yes, it has to be a young animal companion is the stipulation.
So, one of my skill feats, I can actually choose acupuncture. Now, if a panther has claws, my claws is acupuncture.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't see why not. You could have, like, maybe even like your tribe where you came from, like they would all be like, at least like leopard people. And so yeah, maybe they have some ancient knowledge of acupuncture.
Yeah, or the cheaters have like suction, because that's where they got the dots. It's all from that suction cupping.
I want to look at these animal companions.
There's a lot in there.
Because I do have elementals. Well, we haven't encountered any.
Like,
but
I love how they've got like kangaroos, they've got everything. And then there's something in here called a leg chair, which is apparently an animal minion. Your companion is a strange creature akin to a chair with bestial legs.
leg chair, it's like one word.
Yeah.
It moves
like,
really quickly. It moves like 40 feet. What the hell? It's like a galloping chair.
Oh, it's a mount as well. You can
Oh,
gallop
right. So you sit on it. Oh, it says legacy content. Not that we can't necessarily I would be open to legacy content. I don't think I'd be open to a galloping chair.
Yeah.
Is it legacy content?
Nice.
And then they've got some cool things in here. Like there's a flying squirrel. Got a death from above ability. It's like
Moth.
No, I like the idea of having like a little frog pet, but
yeah, that'd be cool.
That you have to like prevent yourself from eating.
yeah, it's my buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so we live on like on a big river delta, which is like lush and like full of little waterways and things. There would definitely be plenty of frogs out there. There's no reason why you couldn't be like kind of spending some time out there. You could even be like a farmer or something. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, like a fish farmer, like
Oh yeah, you could be a fisher. But yeah, so you could easily find a frog.
So yeah, I'll have to have a think and
the perfect
definitely
frog.
come up with the profession and that sort of thing. Yeah.
But yeah, there are also kangaroos, so you can choose a kangaroo. It's kind of like a weird mishmash of like China, Australia, and Europe is where we are.
one of my other animals, I'm going to say for another character down the track, since the last session on my phone, I've got like notes saying, oh, this character, this animal for this type of class, this animal, like about 15 different animals. I'm like, but one of them was a platypus as well.
That'd be sick.
I'm like, fuck, a platypus. I think I can see it. I think my platypus was a platypus monk.
That's heaps good. Do you have to talk with a lisp?
Yeah.
I remember you had one that was like a crocodile.
Crocodiles in this list. You could have a crocodile pet.
But you were saying that you were gonna do it like Steve Irwin, like the character is like.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you gonna go for another V name?
I actually was. I was thinking about, well, I should go for another V name. Let me think about it. There's not many of them. Like, it's pretty different, so.
It's like your signature. I only do V named characters.
And I don't have a Vince yet.
Vince.
That's too plain.
Yeah, it's a little bit anachronistic, but
Yeah. Nah.
Jefferson Jones is pretty damn anachronistic. That's one of the characters. Sort of some way along, I kind of realized that, like, in the Bronze Age, people wouldn't really have last names. So then he became like Jefferson of Jones, or Jefferson son of Jones.
Yeah.
I think I might head off too, guys. But yeah, thanks for going through the beginnings of Pathfinder with us.
No worries.
Yeah, and I'll keep you posted anyway. I'll probably message you my ideas and that sort of thing. So
Yeah, please do.
yeah,
I'll send you a couple of messages as well, and I'll see you hopefully in a couple of weeks. I don't want to keep people waiting for too long. But
yeah. All right, guys. See you later.
See you, man.
Hey, Joe.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of things in the like in your character sheet, Anna. Like a lot of stuff to look at.
Yeah.
Crafting formula book, advanced alchemy, versatile vials.
I know, there's
Quick
like
alchemy.
so many little things. I think it means I have in total 6 alchemy items that I know the formulas for.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean we'll make that work. Battle medicine is good as well, so it's like you can do this treat wounds thing, but you can do it in combat. Because I think usually maybe you have to do it in that like short
it's a
rest
10-minute
kind
thing.
of downtime thing. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because we had like healers kits in the last one. I don't even know if that's a thing.
I think I need something like that to do treat wounds.
Yeah, dude.
There's
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got any feats available. There's what's it called? A natural medicine feat. And you can
No, I don't have that. Or how do you add that?
It's in one of the feats at level 1. I don't know
Class
if you've
feats?
got. No, it's a skill feat. Nah, because I think you only get the one skill feat. I mean class feat. I think everyone gets the one class feat, but
One
not
class
everyone gets a
feat.
skill feat.
So you do have a skill feat, but you have this battle medicine.
Have a look at natural as well, because you can use nature to heal instead of a medicine. So you can treat wounds.
So, how do I know if I get a skill feat? Oh, I guess it just added it.
Yeah, it looks
Right,
like you've
right,
already
right.
got one. I don't know if you
But I do-
added that or if you got it from maybe
No,
doing the
I think I got
chirurgeon.
it from. Yeah, I think I probably got it from chirurgeon. But then I do have one empty slot for class feat.
Yeah, so that one you can just look for something.
Okay.
And I think it looks like when you search, it adds the traits that you have to search in automatically. So alchemist and then dedication, which I don't know what that means, but it looks like you've got alchemical
okay.
assessment, alchemical
Yeah.
familiar. Ooh, familiar.
Ooh, blowgun poisoner. That sounds like me. Soothing vials.
There's one called risky surgery. You can either bring them back from the brink or push them over the edge. That's what that says.
By choice? Or is it just by accident?
Yeah, by accident. You can deal 1d8 slashing damage to your patient.
Interesting.
Ooh, mad surgeon.
Where's that in class feats? No.
Yeah, I don't know.
You slip into the dark side, Anna. What happened to this character?
I couldn't resist, okay?
No, it's everyone's perception of the character, but really deep down. You've got,
I've got a nugget of
you've got
darkness.
lost.
Okay. And
Yeah, I mean, it could end up being a bit similar to Twig if you get too evil.
I know. I am Twig.
You're just like still interested in, doctors often will like
Death. Yeah.
steal corpses so they can like investigate their organs
Yeah.
and things. Like you end up with with Twig again.
All right. Make an assessment.
So what have you got, Anna? Have you picked another?
Well-
You were looking at the
Oh yeah, I picked alchemical
assessment.
Yeah, assessment. Yeah, I think it's just a pretty simple one. And I've forgotten. I'm not sure what 3 words to pick.
Yeah.
Humble. I think it was humble. Humble, selfless, naive. It took a long time just now trying to figure out my name.
Oh, what's your name?
Well, I'm thinking maybe Iskalia? Iskalia?
Is Kalia?
Yeah. Or maybe just Kalia? But Iskalia means restore in like Aztec language.
Ah.
Like trying to find something. Otherwise maybe Nemi?
Nemi's pretty cute.
Yeah.
So there is a character called
There's a character
Carly.
already. Oh,
Like an NPC.
yeah.
But
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine,
yeah.
though. That's just like a random NPC. Like, oh, that doesn't matter. It just came to mind. His Carly is pretty cool. It looks cool.
Choo-choo.
Was that? Oh yeah. Was that the Aztec one for healing? No.
Yeah, Aztec word for nurture or
Oh, that's
restore.
cool.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
That's like when I was playing Marker. That's Native American for Earth.
Yeah, I
oh,
remember.
cool.
That
Oh,
was
yeah,
pretty cool,
right. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, his Carly is good.
I was gonna ask when you ask for a check, just say for, I don't know, a religion check.
Yeah.
How would you roll that?
So I guess you go into
Is it the train? What was it?
into proficiencies. Yeah.
Ah,
And then you click the like the die icon.
okay.
And then I guess it will sort of automatically give you some things.
Let's have a look. Religion.
And then there's this
Okay.
thing also in Pathfinder where it's like you do these like only I know the result of your roll. So like so when you click that die icon in that dialogue that comes up, you can go like I guess private.
Oh,
GM
always show
roll.
dialogue, public roll.
Yeah, so then
GM,
like public
blind
roll
jam.
you can like and then only I know. So it's kind of like
Okay.
you don't know if you've like rolled well or not on the stealth check. I don't know. If,
Interesting.
yeah, so you're kind of like I have no idea if I'm being stealthy.
It makes sense. You think you're stealthy, but
Yeah.
um,
I don't know if we'll maybe like initially we won't do that just because like
nah.
I'm gonna need help.
Yeah,
and it'll
I
be good.
think-
It'll be good for everyone to sort of learn if we can sort of all have
Yeah.
play with our cards down at least when we
Yes.
start.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know. I'm just trying to. How would you role play it still? Like that you think you're doing it well? I don't know. It's interesting. I haven't thought of that before.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. And actually, this was something that I thought when I watched some Pathfinder being played, is that maybe it was like a little bit more of a tendency to sort of metagame in some ways, because of some things like that. Like there's just a tendency to kind of speak more in terms of mechanics. Like if you, like there's like exploration roles, I think they're called, or something like that, where you kind of if you go into the actors tab on the right, and you know how you're in that party folder,
Oh yeah.
where it says party, just to the left of that there's a little icon that says open sheet, and if you click that it'll show you like the whole
yeah.
party.
Ah, interesting.
And so the second tab in there, the exploration tab, this is kind of like this concept of like, it's like you announce that like, okay, while we're in this area, I am going to be doing this particular activity.
That's a good way of tracking it.
Yeah, but it feels like to me that what ends up happening is everyone just goes like, I'm going to be doing the search activity, and then we just have this list of activities, and then it's kind of up to the GM to sort of like, you know, as I'm kind of saying like, okay, you come into this area, I just have to go through the list and kind of, I don't know. I can see how maybe it would like help to some extent with like my flow. Like I can kind of say, okay, you come into this room, you're doing the exploration roll, so you find this. You're doing the stealth roll, so you do this.
Okay.
But I feel
I
like,
know what you mean from that.
yeah, but I don't know if it kind of messes with the flow a bit, because personally I enjoy kind of being a bit more fluid with it. You know, it's like you come into this room, like what do you guys do?
Nah, 100%. I think this is good for hexcrawling.
Yeah, but I don't want to incorporate it into that either. But yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like, okay, like you did mention in those notes, I want you to explain what you're doing during the hex crawl. Okay. I'm scanning up ahead, keeping an eye out for any danger as we make our way along.
Yeah, and then I mean, yeah, it's true. It would work in that situation, and then but it also it's kind of interesting that it has like very specific rules. So it's like if you decide that you are like stealthing in the actions tab, there's actually 3 sub tabs: encounter, exploration, and downtime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so in there, if you go, I guess, browse, yeah, there you go. Then you get all these like blend in or like cover tracks.
Oh, wow. I went to the downtime one. It's like vampire, create spawn.
Create spawn.
Yeah.
Craft.
Bribe contact.
Yeah, so it's like it's very like specific,
Yeah.
which is like a little bit rigid for me because I'm like, I don't know. For starters, with the hexcrawl, I'm I sort of have my own approach to it. So I don't know. Like some of this stuff, I feel like we can experiment with it.
I think it's a good guideline in case someone's not sure what to do. If someone's scouting, someone's taking up guard at the rear. Okay, what else can I do besides assist?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They might say.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe it feeds into this kind of role first to role play kind of idea of like, like you decide to do an activity, and then you role play in line with the result of whatever comes out of that activity, rather than the other way around of like, for example, like to take it back to like a stealth check, you can say like, okay, my character like stealths in, and then you roll really poorly, and then it's like, okay, but you fucked up. So it's kind of like then you've almost got to retcon and be like, well, I guess they weren't being that stealthy. They fucked up. Whereas if you just go like, okay, I want to stealth in, and then you roll a stealth check, and I go like, you failed, then you role play of like, oh yeah, I'm not paying attention, and I step on a branch or whatever. It's kind of like,
okay,
maybe.
But yeah. I like some of these other ideas for exploration is like sense direction. I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty handy to have like as a task to do as you're traveling along. Like you might be veering off course or something. Like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in my hexcrawl system, you would be navigating.
Ah, yeah, true.
So it's and which is, I guess, yeah, that's kind of where I was a bit unsure. Wait, was it sense direction? Where am I? Yeah, it's kind of like it's sort of. I don't know how to make this fit in with what I'm doing because it gives you very specific things. Oh,
there's some in there that like I don't even know why it's in there for.
Yeah, and like because in my system, it's like if there is one person who is navigating, then basically you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting lost or of encountering a situation where you might get lost. And if someone's navigating, then they can give me a survival check. So it's kind of like this. I mean, what does this do? Like you attempt a survival check once per day, and yeah, I mean, it just seems like you just... Oh, okay. Oh, so success. You gain enough orientation to avoid becoming hopelessly lost. If you are in an environment with cardinal directions, you have a sense of those directions. But I guess it just... Because it says, like, once per day. Yeah. I don't know. We'll just kind of take it as it comes. But I was thinking, like, I think we can sort of play without those exploration and downtime rolls. At least to start with.
Yeah, I think what you've done previously is fine as well.
Yeah, I've tried to develop it a little bit, so we'll see. Hopefully, it's like a little bit more efficient. Partly, I'm gonna have to remember how to even do the hexcrawl. It's been like many moons. Oh, this like nimble dodge thing that you have, Angelo, just gives you like a tick. Oh, that's heaps good. So if you go,
that's a level 1 feat, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go into your actions, at the top you have, it's just like a checkbox. and it just literally adjusts your AC. How good's that?
That's so much easier.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The only thing with this system is that what I'm finding is if I want to add something like that, I'll have to like program. Like this kind of like...
for NPCs?
No mod.
No, actually I still haven't really, looked at the NPC sheets. But I just like for the characters, like in order to sort of like create, like I really struggled to give you a climb speed. And I ultimately worked out that the only way I could do it was by giving you this climbing feat, and then I had to go into the rules of the feat and type in this. I basically like found like a sort of a pre-made character with like a flying speed and just changed the word fly to climb and was like, I hope that works, and it did work. I was like,
well,
but yeah, so there's some stuff like that where it's a little bit. But as I guess like now that we have the ancestries and the heritages, the rest of it is mostly using Pathfinder as it is. So like it seems like it'll be pretty easy if we're kind of sticking to the core stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how. I mean, I think it'll be fine, really. Like, it's mostly just the same idea, right? You tell me what you're doing, and I'll say, give me an acrobatics check, and you give me an acrobatics check, and it's fine.